Good afternoon. This is Mr. C and Mr. C's Kitchen with Mr. and Mrs. C's Homestead. How's everybody doing today? I'm pretty big on simple meals and expensive meals. And the more you watch this, you'll see I like the inexpensive meals a lot. Try and keep that cost down. It's kind of hard to do today. But today we're doing a hamburger mushroom gravy over rice. It's very simple, not a whole lot to it. 5 ingredients and it's done. So we're starting out with 9x13 pan. Now I've already rolled the hamburger out into balls, meatballs. I'm just going to add a little salt and pepper over the top of them. And then this is going to go in the oven for about 30 minutes. Let those hamburger balls cook. Now you can do them in a pan too, which I've done that in the past, but they're kind of easy to burn. And it's just quick and easy. You'll put them in the oven for 30 minutes. And for those of you who don't know, we have 2 children. We have a French bulldog and an English bulldog. And if you hear lapping, that's our English bulldog who loves to drink about the time we go to cooking. But we love him to death. One of them, the French bulldog, his name is Brody, and he's got the best personality you could ever ask for. He's just perfect. And then we have the English bulldog's name is Chubbs, and when you or Choppers, and when you see her, you'll understand why we call her Choppers, because we need to put her on a diet. She's as big around as she is long, but she's a sweetheart, and we just love them to death. And I'm sure y'all have pets, and we're a big advocate for animals on the farm, dogs, you know, we love them all. So anyway, back to the cooking. So all we're gonna have is we're gonna have our meatballs, which we already have rolled out, that we're gonna put in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, and we're just gonna let them cook. Then we'll drain the grease, pull them off. I'll use another 9x13 pan, and in that we're going to put 1 large can cream and mushroom soup in it, and then we're going to use half milk, half water, fill the can up, put that in there, mix up our soup. We're going to go in with a splash or 2 of Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, put the meatballs in it. That goes back in the oven, and that cooks for about 30 minutes. And then in the meantime, we'll make some rice. And then this will go over the rice, and it's really good. I think you guys enjoy it. As you can see, not a whole lot of money into it, which is what I really like. So we're going to put the meatballs in the oven. When they get done cooking, we'll come back and we'll show you where we go from there. Okay, so we got our meatballs out of the oven, got them cooked, and we're going to use our other pan to dump the cream mushroom soup in. And like I say, this is fast, easy, pretty good, very simple, and pretty tasty. And like I say, if you don't have a whole lot in the pantry and you're trying to get by that week, you know, till payday and it's tight that month or something, pretty cheap meal to do that and get by. So we got our mushroom soup in there. We're going to add our milk. I'm just going to go ahead and use the whole can of milk. I was going to split it, but so we're going to add this in. Give her a mix. Try and do this without splashing it everywhere, because I'm known for doing that, making a mess. Like I say, this is, there I go, making a mess. Pretty simple. And my mama used to make this when I was growing up. And we had a lot of cheap meals growing up. Sundays was always held for the better meal. We'd go to church and get back. Mama would have a roast or a ham on. And then the rest of the time it was soup and sandwiches, a lot of hamburger helper. Oof. To this day, I don't eat hamburger helper. I'm not saying I won't. Lord's been good to me. So far I hadn't had to go back to it, but I can tell you, I don't do hamburger helper. So, all right, we got that mixed in. Now we're going to take and throw in a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. You don't have to overdo it. We're just going to mix this in. And naturally I do this in another pan so all that oil is not cooking in with this and making it too, good Lord, I'm making a mess. Okay. So, if we clean some of this up. I look like a clut sometimes. I feel like a clut sometimes. All right, so we got our big can of cream and mushroom soup, full can of milk, and a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And now we're just going to take these hamburger meatballs and just go dropping them in. And then we're going to cook this another 30 to 40 minutes at 350. So I just left the oven going. And then while this is cooking, I'll make the rice. The rice already be ready. And then we're going to put this over the rice, and then you just bust up the meatballs, and you got a nice bowl of hamburger cream and mushroom soup over rice. It's good. I like it. You know, people are funny. Every now and then we go on Marketplace and we'll buy something or go get something, you know, or sell something. And, but I had a lady play a pretty good trick on me today. I was going to go pick up something, and the lady strung me along for about 2 days on it. Took her forever to reply. And so finally, she tells me she's ready to meet me. Supposed to send the address. I'm waiting. Nothing. So finally I told the wife, I said, well, I got to go to town anyway, and while I go to the grocery store, maybe she'll send me the address, and I'll go and buy there and pick them up. So I did. I went into town, made a couple errands, and she had already texted me, said, anytime you're ready to meet, I'll send the address. So I said, send it on, I'm ready. And so after about 3 times of asking for the address, I put, you know, are you going to send the address? And then I just get a thumbs up. No address, just a thumbs up. I told my wife, and I'm like, you know, that's aggravating, you know. And so, but I was kind of proud of myself because I didn't really send a message back to her that I really thought about sending it first. And so all I sent her was drove into town to get the tires, and was getting tires for our 4-wheeler. And so you have a blessed day and a better day tomorrow. And that's all I said. Now, I could have said something ugly, and I actually thought about saying something ugly a couple of times. But I talked myself out of it, because sometimes we just have to be the better person. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. Anyway, getting ready to throw this in the oven, a little more salt and pepper on it. This is going to go in the oven, like I said, for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'll get the rice cooked. And when we pull this out, we'll show you what we have at the end. So we'll see you back in just a little bit. Okay, so we have our hamburger mushroom cream and mushroom soup. I'll get it out in a minute. Got some rice that we've had pre-cooked. I'm just going to take some of the gravy, pour it over the rice. Grab you some meatballs, throw in there with it. And then all I do is take a fork, we go in there and just kind of bust some meatballs up. I kind of like cut them in half and then quarter them again. And we just taking that meatball and busting it down, like I say, cut it in half and then bust it again. A little stir up with it. And that's pretty much it, y'all. A little salt and pepper, should be ready to go. And inexpensive meal, quick and easy to do. I like it, tastes pretty good. And hope you enjoy it. And please like, share, and subscribe again. We'd appreciate that. Still trying to grow this channel. And we'll be back in a few days with something else. A lot of these meals I'm going to cook, I'm trying to keep the cost down. So it's something inexpensive. But we're going to have some higher end ones too here and there too. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Appreciate you watching. Thanks again.